Welcome to Watch What Crappens. To get our videos as soon as they're released instead of waiting for a week, head over to our Patreon. That's also where you'll find our bonus episodes and our Discord community. We love you guys. Well, hello, little darling faces. Welcome to Watch What Crappens. I'm Ronnie, and that's Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hello, Ronnie. How are you?
I'm just ready to rumble. How's everything going over there with you, baby?
It's great. It's great. I'm ready to rumble as well. I am rumble ready.
Rumble ready, baby. Yeah, we just.
Oh, wait,
finished.
can I give a shout out?
Please.
Sorry. Can I give a shout out to my friend Sita, your friend as well? You know
yes.
Sita.
Hi, Sita.
Hi, Sita. Sita has she sells crystals, and I think I want to give a shout out to her crystal business because times are tough, everyone. So if you're looking for crystals, go check out Sita, Art House Crystals on Instagram, Art House Crystals. So show Sita some love, and if you're in the market for some crystals, you know where to go. So I just want to give that shout out before I forget.
Oh, pretty. I'm going to go there. I wrote down the name. I will be going there later because, you know, I love a crystal. I've got one right here. I've got my little money crystal right here.
Yeah. She said she's going to send us each a crystal.
Oh, hell yes. I want my crystal, girl. Give me some crystals. Yeah. Well, that's great. Yeah, go support her. She's a good person. She's a good girl. All right, everybody, welcome to the show. We do Amazon Live this afternoon at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Check our Instagram at Watch What Crappens for links to that, okay? The next week, we'll be back with Crappy Hour. You can also find a new Dwell Hello coming towards the end of the week. And if you want these recaps on videos or you want our bonus episodes, go over to our Patreon. We did a long 3-hour Love Island recap last week. That was super fun for the reunion. And this week we should have a trailer trash coming for either Potomac or Below Deck Mediterranean, okay? So today we are going to be talking about Real Housewives of Miami Season 7, Episode 12.
Yeah. What a glamorous episode. Beautiful. I mentioned a little bit on our Orange County recap, but like this show is doing the luxe thing. Like the private jets, this mansion, the seaside mansion in Marbella. I mean, this show is just like gorgeous. I was watching it and I was like, I cannot believe it. I believe the fight with Stephanie and Alexia that happens later in this episode may have been the most scenic fight we've ever seen on the show. They are fighting and the sunset is like casting them in this golden light. There's this gorgeous, beautiful Plaza de España, I think is what it's called. That's like out in the background. There's like this colonnade, this huge vista. I was like, this is gorgeous. What a gorgeous setting for a petty fight.
Yeah, it was really beautifully done. All the colors, they wore their flamenco dresses that they had done for them. The whole thing was just gorge. My God, really well done, ladies. So here we go. It's Gertie. And you know, it's also funny that everyone's also always making fun of Stephanie for her fashion. We talked about it a little on Crappy Hour. Her stylist had a fit. And I said she looked like a golden crappie or whatever. But, you know, like to make fun of someone's fashion when they're so well put together, I mean, that really says what this show, how good this show is. Because it's like, she looks great. I mean, she's really pretty. And she wears, I mean, her outfits are a little try-hard Jackie O and everything. I get it. But it's just funny because we're making fun of outfits that are actually really good. It's just Miami standards, you know, that you're judging on. I mean, especially coming from Orange County where you want to talk about some shitty fashions. Oh my God. It's like we don't even mention it as much on that show because it's just so expected, you know?
Right.
But here we are.
So we start up.
We're still in España.
Yes, it's the morning of the Marbella trip. This fraught trip that's going to involve Stephanie's private plane to whom that may or may not be accessible for everyone in the cast, depending on their behavior. So we're in this hotel bar. They spent a lot of time in this Radisson lobby on this trip. They're always on this like little couch on the side. They're sitting there, they're gathering. Gertie and Julia are there, and Kiki and Lisa join. And Kiki's makes some joke about like looking ratchet, etc. in the wake of last episode's fight. And Kiki is like, Julia, I'm so excited. You described the home and the people are so lovely. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to miss out on it. And I really want to be there for you. And she's saying how she's still pissed off at Adriana, but she's going to be on like good behavior because it's like very important for her. She wants to be on the private plane. And it's important for her to go to Marbella and be there for Julia.
Listen to me. I just saw Liza. She didn't even look at me. We didn't even look at each other. I mean, I get it.
It's like, you guys still have things to work on.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm on my best behavior. I don't want to go to the principal's office again, okay? Okay, everybody, just leave me alone. It's been a rough year.
Well, you know, guys, that Alexia and Marisol is not coming.
And Kiki's like, I can't believe that. And Lisa's like, well, why aren't they coming? Like they set this up with you and you and Marisol set this up.
It's like, well, Marisol feels that what if something happens? And then we are like, stuck in Marbella. And then how do we get home? Because if Stephanie doesn't take us back or something, what happens?
Julia just being chill about this. When she hung Gertie out to dry, she tormented Gertie for missing a Zoom link. And yet these two jokers are missing this entire like section of the trip, a whole like emotional, spiritual thing with the Godfathers. And she's like, okay, that's fine. To me, this is a massive double standard. Julia is just sucking this season.
I know, and this is a super important event too. I mean, she's really coming all this way. She's taking another flight, and she's doing it to give 2 elderly gay men access to stem cells. And, I think that people need to have some goddamn respect.
Well, it's important that those boys have a male figure in their life that lives in a faraway place and is much older and might not be around that long. It's just really important that they have that male figure.
It's very important my children have male figures in their life that they will never see and that will probably die in 10 years.
So Kiki's like, oh, we can walk back. Who cares? And they start cracking up. She's like, we catch a horse back. So Julia's like, oh, I'm not taking it personal to heart, because I wish they would come, but I can't change it. It is done. It is done. So then we go to Marisol and Alexia, who have decided they're going to stand against Stephanie, which, listen, they're usually on the side of evil, these two. They are the side of evil, usually. But I'm so glad to see them doing this because Stephanie is really ridiculous. She needs to be brought down a peg or two, okay?
Yeah, well, I agree that Stephanie needs to be brought down a peg or two. I don't think that this is the way to do it, personally. I think this is actually, mean to Julia, especially because Julia has put in so much work kissing their asses. The least they can do is pay it back a little bit. But of course, this is the problem with kissing asses to like Alexia and Marisol. You're never really going to be part of their group ever. So
no one respects a kiss ass. They're just going to use you and be done with you. So I don't care about Julia's fake shit. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just glad to see someone standing up to the lady with the old man ball playing.
Well, I'm so excited for the weather today. Well, Peter, we're actually going to get to enjoy Sevilla for once. And Marisol's like, oh my God, I want to walk around, bro. I don't want to sit. I don't want to hear anyone fucking bitching or complaining anymore. I need some quiet in my head. You need quiet in your head, but you're going to hang out with Alexia. Good luck with that.
How is there anything but quiet in your head? It's soaked in booze. What's going on in your head is very slow, I'm sure. Anything. And also, I love that she's like, I gotta get away from the complaining, so I'm gonna spend a day complaining. It's just how I do it. So she's like, it's just a little overwhelming. I mean, between Adriana and Kiki and Stephanie's whole mini Mussolini moment, I just can't.
Mini Mussolini moment. I didn't clock that the first time. Mini Mussolini. So then we see a flashback to Stephanie being like, okay, so someone's gonna be in the timeout seat, and then 2 people can be up here, and then the cool people will be back here, and then someone has to sit in this chair, and they have to call my sisters, and then hang up the phone right away. So then Marisol's like, I mean, the fact that Stephanie said that if there was any fighting, that she would just she would just kick everyone off. It's not exactly encouraging to hop on a plane. Am I right? I mean, the good news is it's easier to remove people than add. So we're golden, bro. Obviously, I don't want to be rude, but we're just going to be rude, and we need to let her know we're not going. So, hey, you know what? Even though I worked in public relations for years and years and would brag about how I had a PR company, Alexia, why don't you write the email? Because you're much better at writing those things.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, I'm going to write I'm going to write a text. I'm going to write it right now. Okay. Here's what I was going to say. Hi, we're not going to come. Okay? Bye. Well done. Beautiful, poetic.
We need a mental break. Okay, let's say this. We need a mental break from Stephanie and pretty much everyone that's going to be there today. Have a wonderful day. Bye. We're not coming. That's great. It's really beautiful.
We're not going to come. But listen, I want to tell you, I thank you for not flying in a private plane in front of Frankie. That I respect. I got it. I respect that. I respect it. So now the girls are still gathering and Stephanie comes down. And she's like, oh, my God, Alexia just texted me. She said, buenos dias, hope you got some rest, blah, blah, blah. They're not coming. What do you mean they're not coming? She's texting me. She's not going to go. I just went to sleep and everything was fine. I mean, I'm genuinely hurt. This just sucks. They're both fired. I mean, we were in a good place. Now they have to come and do this to me. How could they do this to me? How could they not fly on my plane? Oh, I'm so sorry that your weapon has been watered down. Sorry. Your weapon has been turned into a foam finger. Whoops.
Yeah, her whole thing is that like they were in such a good place last night, and we see a flashback to Stephanie like doing that silent laugh that she does, and like also nudging Alexia with her elbow. She is definitely someone who laughs, and when she laughs, she elbows you, which I don't love that as a laugh technique. I don't like you elbowing me to make me laugh as well. That's not gonna make me laugh. Like,
oh my God, I'm literally a laugh elbower. I'm like, you're laughing. You're gonna laugh at this.
Wait a second. You are not a laugh elbower. You never laugh. I've never seen you laugh elbow.
Really? Ben, in our live shows, I'm constantly leaning on you and laughing. Like, you need to laugh harder at this.
No. It's okay to like lean. It's like okay to touch. But like Stephanie literally like elbows Alexia and like knocks her to the side. Like that's too much.
So Stephanie's all upset, but now she doesn't have a private plane to hold against someone. So what is she gonna do? Let's watch her stew. So now they all go to the Sprinter van, and Adriana wants to clear the air with Kiki, but she's refusing to engage. I called her. I mean, this is a big day for her to choose the grandfather. Godfather. Oh, what am I saying?
Look at how I say words all the time. I am just going to establish my case for.
I'm so ratchet right now. I'm so ratchet right now. Am I right?
Oh, Julia, should we send Marisol and Alexia another message that if they need to move more time, that we could wait for them, And
Gertie's like, no, I just literally texted Alexia right now. I said, sorry, we won't be there sorry that you won't be there for Julia. And we spoke with her, and she totally understands. Love you. Or that's what they sent me. And Stephanie goes, I mean, what happened? I mean, she said that she spoke with you and that you understand her. And Marisol. And Julia's like,
well, I think that she was feeling that if we misbehave, because sometimes in our group we misbehave. Sometimes people just pour water on people. It's, as they say, water under the bridge, but over head first. But like sometimes we have, with the rules on plane, they get scared.
Oh, so it's about me. It's about me. That's what they're saying. It's about me.
No, it's about Goat, really, because we want to bring Goat on plane. We knew you would not like. And they didn't want to be beholding and feeling that if something happens, how would they even get back? Because once you go to Marbella, unless you have private plane, you cannot leave Marbella.
What? So they think I'm just going to leave you there after a whole night of me threatening to just leave everybody there? That is crazy. That is insane. How could they do this to me?
Oh, Stephanie, we love you. But sometimes your delivery is very bossy.
Oh, but I'm bossy, but you're about to get on my plane? Oh, wow. So I'm bossy. You're getting on a bossy person's plane. Well, that's great. That's great. You're willing to go on a bossy plane.
Boss, baby. Remember when I made that joke? Still funny.
Do you not see what you're doing right now? You dummy. So Julia's like,
really? This is exactly what Marisol and Alexia were talking about. She doesn't offer something, then point it out in kind of belittling way.
And Lars is like, Stephanie, thank you so much for inviting us on your plane. I really appreciate it, even though if other people don't really appreciate it, I do.
You know what? I don't want anything to thank you. I mean, you guys don't owe me anything. You don't owe me a thank you. Don't owe me a thank you. Now say the thing, Larsa. Say the thing you're supposed to say. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a fucked up.
No. You start.
Wait, let's do it together, guys.
Okay, let's do it together.
Double Larsa.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
everybody.
Like situation.
So it's kind of no wait. You do it. You go ahead.
It's like,
you go ahead.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. It's like a no-win situation.
It's like a kind of.
It's like I'll lose.
I messed up.
You go.
You go.
No, you go now.
You go,
Okay.
thank you so
She's
much for listening
dangling.
to the Larsa and Larsa Relationship
Larsa,
Podcast.
Larsa. Hey,
I
I'll
miss
start
doing
the
that.
sentence. You do.
I miss doing the Marcus and Larsa podcast. That was so fun. Damn it. I really thought those
know.
two would last forever.
Well, basically, Larsa is kind of like, you know what? This is like a no-win situation for Stephanie because either she's dangling the plane and she wants to include everyone. Like, basically, it's like you guys either call her a kiss ass or she's like being like withholding. Like, which one is it? Because by the way, this is costing her $40,000 to go 20 minutes. So like, it's not appreciative and like, you know, it's like fucked up. I actually think there's like a shred of truth to what Larsa's saying. It is actually like Stephanie is definitely on a power trip and that's not right. But she is also spending $40,000 on these people. So like get it together a little bit, you know?
I mean, I disagree only because they don't want to go because Stephanie's being an asshole. And no one has said why they're not really going, which is that Stephanie's threatening to kick Adriana and or Lisa off the plane. So that's really that's really why they're not going. And no one's going to say that. It's just like, oh, poor Stephanie. She just like does so much for people. No, you don't. When you're bragging about it and holding it over everybody's heads and then telling everybody how much money it costs you to do it, fuck off. Like, I don't want your fucking scrotum plane. Take it.
I just think that like it's not. I think that there is like I said, it's just a shred. That there's a shred of something to like, you know, she's spending $40,000 and like just follow her rules, you know. But I think that she loses.
She's spending
that.
$40 to brag on a housewives show that she married a rich guy. Is how I see
But
it.
like,
So she still
she
gets
is on
that.
She does get that. I mean, the problem is that she took it too far and she was not chill about it. And now like I think that there's like I think the etiquette part of it gets totally removed because she was being classless in her presentation.
Yeah, I guess that's all I'm saying. But you're right. I mean, in a normal circumstance, it would be totally rude. Like, what? I arranged this private plane, and now you guys are just at the last minute not coming? That's not cool. But, you know, she's a dick, so I don't care.
No, she fucked her own shit up. So I'm not saying it's like a team Stephanie versus. I'm just saying like there is something to it. She's spending $40,000 on this stupid private plane. But and she said and like the least they can do is like show up and not be like don't mess shit up on the plane. But she went too far by acting like she's like the mom on the porch who's going to take the ball away from the kids.
Yeah, well, I'm really glad that she doesn't want to look bossy and controlling. So she shows up on the plane with like a little iPad that she's reading from. And she's like, guys, I just want to say thank you for showing up to Shoma Air. I love all of you, and I'm happy that you are all here. You may notice the exits. No lipsticks near the exits, please. If anybody has zippers on their pants, get the fuck off of my plane. My husband works very, very hard. And this is why I run an industry.
Now, who is ready for some CC Peniston? Let's get this dance party started. And then all of a sudden the lights like change. They're all dancing in the sky and they're all having fun and like party.
This
And
is
just so
what
funny.
I am talking about. Good vibes only, baby. Okay? Empowering. Laissez le bon. Temporal, honey. Okay? Let the good times roll, baby.
There's also something so funny about having like a 10-minute dance party because, you know, they've got to take off. They can't dance while they're taking off. They've got to land. But then for 10 minutes, it's like, woo, dance. Okay, sit down. We got to land. I don't know. It's like a flash mob.
As they dance, we cut to Alexi and Marisol just sitting there typing on their phones. Like, click, 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 click. Oh my God, click in Spanish, click in Spanish, click in Spanish.
I did Wordle and I just filled it in. I entered in PIPS, P-I-P-P-S. Didn't get it.
My favorite starter word, por favor.
Well, I entered my favorite starter word, cocky. I had to spell it with a Y. Didn't give it to me.
Okay,
Well,
look at
actually,
us.
that's a
We
word.
got through this flight. Oh, sorry. I thought you were finished. Go ahead.
No, I just realized that if you spell cocky with the Y, you actually make a real word that would be totally acceptable on Wordle. Who would have thought? Still didn't get it, though. Gad.
Well, thank God we made it drama free. Okay, everybody that has a jet should have rules. It's called jetiquette. Okay, they're very necessary, especially with a group like this. So
Stop trying to make Jetiquette happen. This is the second week in a row she's pushed the Jetiquette thing. It's not going to happen.
it's her champs.
Is Jetiquette a thing? No.
I don't know.
Oh, it is. It is.
Well, there you go. So she makes a speech. She's like, I have to say something. I'm going to get it off my chest, okay? Because we're going to land. So I'm sorry you missed Julia's event. You love Julia so much, but you miss her event picking the godfather of her parents because of her children because I said you needed to throw the toilet paper in the garbage can and take your shoes off and not scrape my seat. No, that's not what happened. You threatened to kick the cast off and not bring them back if they got into an argument. And their job is to get into arguments, Stephanie. Okay, you little control freak. And she's like, and so now she's not, so that's superseded. So those are your friends, Julia. Okay, they cared more about making me look bad than being here. And whoever doesn't agree, you're not okay.
Mm-hmm. So then they land and then they're heading off to this estate. And Julia's like,
I'm really grateful to Stephanie because it was really difficult to get here. And Marbella, I love it. It actually reminds me of Miami. Sevilla is so gorgeous. It's very traditional, but Marbella is so cosmopolitan. Look at all the houses and not city parts of it, but at the same time, very charming. And you can find your hidden gem spots all over, and you can dance until 6 in the morning.
I'm like, what? Like, we get it. Marbella is nice. Like, why are you selling us a Marbella right now? Just let us look at all the pretty buildings.
And this,
So
my
arrive.
friends, is some serious White Lotus shit, okay? And I approve this message. I approve. Gertie approve.
Which is funny because on the Potomac trailer, when there's a part of the Potomac Trail where they go someplace nice, and you hear one of them say, "This is some White Lotus shit." I was like, okay, this is gonna be our new catchphrase on Bravo. So then we meet Julia's friend Derek, and like he literally is like the gay guy in season 2 of the White Lotus. Like it's so 100% the same guy. I'm like, I would be a little scared personally.
Yeah, he is.
He's like, hello, welcome everybody to this full finished home in Marbella. Please, offer anybody, I'd like to introduce you to my nephew.
So Julia talks about how they've been friends for 15 years and they're the life of the party, and she can't wait to give her boys men in their lives who smell like Old Spice and hair dye. So they all cheers, and he's like, oh, welcome to my old crappy sit-down area by the pool. It's disgusting. I'm sorry that you've been exposed to it. Sit down, everybody.
If this is what old and crappy looks like, I guess I shouldn't be too offended by what Kiki called me last night. Remember, she called me old?
Okay, Adriana. So Derek is like, so what's this what's going on in everyone's life? Anyone have anything exciting going on? And Lisa's like, well, I have an announcement. Okay, I have an announcement to make. First of all, Lenny filled out his subway card. He's gonna get a foot long tomorrow for free. So I'm very happy for him about that. And also, yesterday, I am officially divorced.
So they all stand up and cheers, and Larsa just sits down giving dirty looks. And Lisa's
So
like, Gertie's like, I mean, I know. And Larsa goes, congrats to what? Lawsuits? Wow, like, congratulations, like.
Wow, you got like divorced, like, I don't know, like some of us already did that already, like, sorry, like, why didn't people toast to me when I got divorced, like?
So then Lisa tries to like toast to Larsa, but Larsa just ignores her. Gertie's like, I mean, I know they have their differences, but like, come on, Larsa, you're a big girl, aren't you? I mean, you've been hearing about, I've been hearing about Lenny for 2 years. I feel like this is like a win-win. No more Lenny. But Larsa's like,
What am I even toasting for? Like, Lisa's like going to be like continuously fighting with Lenny for years to come. Like, it's not over. It's like a pause, like, it's not an end, like, it's not a period, like, it's like a pause, like, and this and that and XYZ.
I extended a branch, but it's okay. I guess, forgive me for extending a branch.
And Derek's like, well, we have a couple of friends arriving. Here they are. So Chris and Danny arrive. And Lars is like, well, I wish like Alexa and like Mary so would like be here, like, because I feel like they just like, I feel like missed like out on a great, I feel like they like. And Julia's like,
I know, but look, honest to God, I don't hold it against them. I don't hold it against them. They have power. They have so much power. So much power.
Wow. And then Stephanie tells us, wow, you're giving a whole pass to them for missing one of the biggest days of your life? That's nice. That's nice. I'm like, I don't think this is one of the biggest days of their life. I mean, like, you're having lobster with an old queen in Spain. I mean, it's a nice day. It's a great day. I wish I were there, but like, come on, this is not like let's just relax.
So now Marisol and Alexia are in a cafe, and Marisol's in one of those Kathy Hilton bucket hat things. She's like, oh my God, look at us. I'm so happy we're enjoying the day. Like, we're at peace right now. That's crazy. Watch this. Can I have an espresso? You have that? Oh my God, they have espresso. Oh, Santa Maria. Okay, bring it. Am I right? Like, could you imagine a better day going to a coffee place with espresso? This is crazy. This is like totally crazy right now.
I know, it's so crazy. I mean, it's been so exhausting. I mean, Alexia, if I have to hear about that airplane one more fucking time, I'm going to need a cocky. The last thing I want to hear is about the same thing over and over and over again to try to make it a thing that people enjoy. That's why I'm going to have a cocky now, a cocky later, and a cocky tomorrow, and each one will be in my special cocky caddy. So that way you know that I'm having a cocky. God, I hate when people really try to make something happen, like an airplane. God.
I'm sorry, can I get a little espresso cup with jewels on it? I'm really into bedazzling. It's kind of my thing.
You know, I feel like she has this like boss attitude. I don't really like it. And Marisol's like, yeah, I mean, everyone's got to work on their delivery. You know, I'm going to start the Marisol School of Delivery, which will actually be about how to deliver things to things. But, you know, that's different. You can also learn how to speak. Because I know how to hand it over soft. That's what I do. I hand it over soft. And then it cuts to Marisol being like, that's a dumbass question, to like Dr. Nicole.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how to hand it over soft. I mean, God, I've learned something from Steve. Am I right? Well, I admire that about you, being so soft, you know? Because, like, when you don't have that trait, and what can I say? I was born with it. I'm Elsa's daughter. She handed it over soft. So we get a clip of Elsa going, I'm going to hit you with my pocketbook.
To Elaine. So then Marisol goes, oh.
Fucking Elsa, man. She was a classic. Every little thing they show of Elsa is just gold. She doesn't even need that many lines. I'm going to hit you with my pocketbook.
She was so great. Remember she had that like web series where she had like a truck, and she was like, it was like some sort of food truck. I don't know. So Marisol is like, oh, by the way, I'm talking to Richard, okay? And, you know, we got a little something up our sleeve. And then, to me, this was crazy. We go to a flashback of Marisol just FaceTiming Richard Branson. I was like, Richard Branson is relegated to a flashback? What? This is like a major like celebrity like cameo appearance on the show, and they just are like, oh yeah, remember this thing that happened a little while ago. Let's see like 3 seconds of Richard Branson.
Well, Richard and I are social friends. We met in our social circle. So we see their call, and he's like, how's the marriage? I've just prayed to Burt Reynolds. So tell me how it's going with you. She's like, oh, my God, we finally made it legal in Miami. Can you believe it, Richie? Richie Rich? Or Dick? You mind if I call you Dick? Dickie Dick? Richard Dicker? We're friends. We go a long way back.
We're friends. Oh, yeah. He's like, well, I think you're planning a 2-night vacation with all your girlfriends to celebrate your wedding. Yes, because if there's one thing we like doing on the show is having my wedding and going on vacations and sort of alternate. So right now we're on vacation. When we get back, we'll have a wedding and then go on vacation again. Is that okay with you, Dick? And that works for you, right?
Are they going to Branson? Is that where the Richard tie-in is?
No, they're going on the Virgin Voyage next week on the cruise ship.
Oh, right.
Imagine they're going to imagine they go to the Ozarks. They're going to go to Branson. Well, Dick, you know, I love what you do, so we're going to go to a city named after you and see some Wayne Newton. I hope you're down to join.
Listen, it's not a real marriage until it's sealed and delivered by Loretta Swit. Am I right?
R.I.P. Am I right? So Marisol's like, yeah, so darling Dick, I mean, Richard, he's so generous. I mean, he wanted to give me something to celebrate Steve and I, like, reaching new nuptials, and I wanted to invite the girls and share Dick's love. This is so Marisol. Well, first of all, the fact that she's having her umpteenth wedding celebration for her umpteenth wedding to Steve is hilarious. But also, like, Alexia got married on a boat, so Marisol, of course, is like, well, I gotta do a boat too. That's just how that's the rule of bro. God
So
do the
what
both.
is she saying? That Richard Branson got them the Virgin Cruise? Because she said Richard
Yeah.
is so generous, he wanted to give me something. So she's saying, okay, you know what you can get me? A trip for 10. A Virgin Voyage cruise for 10 people.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening. Because we see in the previews for next week, we see the cruise ship. So Marisol's like, you know what? When you go on his plane, there's no rules, and when you go on his boats, there's no rules. You can smoke, you can poop, you can do whatever you want.
Oh my gosh.
Except maybe I don't know, missing out on the safety instructions. So then. I'm like imagining Marisol running amok on the cruise ship, being like, "No rules, guys. Am I right?" Like, just cut to her being like tied up in the bilge.
Can I get a cocky cat? I have a right to call my cocky.
Like, ma'am, you were trying to break into the captain's quarters. No rules, though. Am I right?
So now we go back to Marbella, and they're having lunch. And Lisa, they're talking about how fancy the lunch is. And Lisa's like, oh my God, I love rich people dinner. You know what? I feel like I want to be classier here, you know? Like I want to hold the glass by the stem. That would be crazy, right? Like I feel like I need to be like super elegance. You know, I want to talk like rich people English. Do you have any Grey Poupon? Hey, you got any Grey Poupon?
Could she just like
She's so
not
embarrassing.
act like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman
She's so
in the first part of the movie? Like, you were married to Lenny for 12 years. And look, you guys are both trashy new money, but did you learn anything about how to be around wealth? Anything at all?
Like she
What
goes,
has happened?
she goes,
Yeah, could you got any Grey Poupon? Give me some of that. What is it, sauce? Whatever it is, give it to me. It's so embarrassing. I can't with her.
so she's like,
All right, everybody, raise your glasses.
And Kiki goes, how many toasts do you have today?
You're done. No more toast. This is amazing. And also, I wish our friends were here. And Stephanie goes, that's nice. So Lisa goes, we should pour a drink out for the pour drink. I was like, don't pour your nice champagne out on the table. Okay. You are not at some frat house in Miami. Come on, get it together.
Look, we should pour a drink out. And Gertie goes, they're not homies that are dead in LA, girl. Put it down. Put it down. I'm not going to do that.
They're all just like, oh my God. She is mortifying. Lars is like,
It's like embarrassing. Like, you know, at like award shows when they have like the music play, because, you know, people are talking too long. So they're like, da 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 da. And people are like, wait, I just have a few more things to say. But they're like playing the music because it's like going on for like so long. And then eventually they like cut to a commercial because it went on so long. But they played the music over them and they cut the mic. Like, that's what they need to do for Lisa, right? Play the music.
So Julia is like,
I just want to say to everyone here what a special goat is to me. This is not just my friend. You are my family. I would so love for my boys to be part of your mansion and pool and view of the ocean. So I want to ask you, you and Jeffrey, the boring one. Hello, Jeffrey. Thank you for not speaking ever. No one need to. Would accept to be godfather of little boys. And please say yes. Don't say no. I brought all these people here. Will you sign this paper? Boys get money, right? Boys get godsons get money, you know?
right. He's like, absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone claps. Imagine if he's like, unfortunately, we can't do that.
I know.
But,
I thought
Julia's
for a
like-
minute, wow, this is going to be like an Adrian Malouf set moment where Taylor's like, okay, so you didn't say you'd be my children's godparents, but will you? You want to be my children's godparents? She's like, no, not really. I don't. That's a huge thing to ask. No.
I forgot 100% about that.
So embarrassing. Oh my God. I will never. The level of cringe. She's like,
No.
You know, our children have two wonderful mothers, two sisters, a goat, and a chicken. And I hope that they will one day meet soon and they will come around. I hope my daughters come around because the boys don't have a male figure in their life. And now they will. They will have a male figure in a remote land that they will see once or twice. And this is just so important to us. And Derek, who is my closest friend, is now like officially a part of our family. It is special.
Yeah, so they go take a little walk together, and Adriana says, I'm really happy for them. Like they wanted the godparents, so it's good to have it. But I have to admit, I'm a little bit sad that I wasn't asked. I mean, it feels a little bit Rothschild to me. You know what I mean?
I
Rothschild.
clearly said it.
I'm just saying. Well, did you not understand what I said? I said. What did you hear me say? Because maybe you're just hearing it wrong.
So then Stephanie is, of course, calling Masood, and she's like, babe, look how beautiful this house is. It makes me miss you. It's like so different being here without you. He's like, I love you. And no, I haven't even told you the half of it. Like, I just like didn't know like that the world was like so harsh out there. Cause like I feel like I live in such a bubble, like, but it's like a happy bubble. But I just didn't know the world was so harsh. What is she talking about? Did she like go to a slum or something? Why is she having some sort of perspective that the world is harsh out there? Like,
Because people refuse to go on her private plane. She's like, oh my God, it's such a hard life out there, Masood, but I'm normally surrounded by such love. He's like, because you are under my wing, my little love, my underarm anti-waving wing. Get over here. Come back under. Put your head under my underarm flab. Come here.
I love that wing. And I also love that you applied some Degree Cool Rush deodorant under that wing for once. Much better. Much better.
Masood, it is so bizarre being in a mansion with a senior citizen male that's not you.
So Gertie and Kiki are talking, and Kiki is saying like about the ratchet thing, when they've been calling us, she said, talk about how it bothers her. And she's basically like, I'm not going to have a conversation with Adriana here. And like, maybe in Miami, I'll talk, like maybe in Miami I will, but like, I'm not doing it. I didn't leave my kids to start drama. Okay. I'm going to have the best time. So then Adriana and Lisa are talking, and Adriana's like, so I couldn't sleep last night thinking what I did say, like, what was so bad about it? And Lisa's like, well, you said ratchet. And then they're looking at the phone, and Lisa's like, oh, you said wretched. You said wretched. Oh, you thought, okay, because we thought that you said ratchet, but you said wretched.
So Adriana's like, yes, I was looking on my phone all night at this word, trying to stare at it to figure out what's wrong with it. Look at the word. And it's like, that's wretched. That's a tool. That's a tool. So don't feel bad about that. And she's like, yes, I said wretched. And she goes, oh, well, it sounded like you were saying ratchet. She goes, no, that's what I'm saying. Ratchet. No.
I was upset that they did not do a slow-mo rewind at that moment of her saying it, because I'm pretty sure she said ratchet.
She said ratchet. She said ratchet. I mean, she said ratchet. Sorry, I heard it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because even now when she says this, she's like, ratchet. I'm like, no, last time you said ratchet. It's different.
Yeah.
And so they go to Jeffrey or whatever his name is, and they're like, oh, well, you're English, so why don't you say wretched? And he's like, wretched. She goes, see, it sounds just like that. Wretched. He's like, wretched. Yeah, see, wretched. That's what I said. So Lisa's like,
no,
okay,
no,
well, she has an accent.
I'm
so
actually
I'll
just calling you that now. You're wretched. Please leave the estate.
I thought you were asking my opinion on your behavior, but you are the one who keeps saying Grey Poupon over and over again. Wretched. Absolutely wretched. And ratchet, if I do say so myself.
2-for-1 discount.
Really?
So he's like, I am aware. So then Julia and Derek are talking, and Julia's like,
When you last saw the adoption came up, it was tough because, I don't know, maybe we can call them, the children and see them and, check in on them.
so they FaceTime the kids and this is your godfather. The kids are like, boopy poppy boop 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 boop. The kids have no idea what's going on.
The kids are like coloring on the walls with Sharpies,
Yeah,
carving tattoos into the
Scratching at
goat
her.
with glass.
scratching a treasure map into the F-150 that Julia has. So
Martina's like,
so then-
my arm is falling off, honey. I have to go. Okay, you can try and get sympathy from the audience on your own time. Mama's trying to take care of some boys over here.
So then Julia's talking about her daughters and how her daughters are not talking to her right now. And Derek is like, you need time. Time is all it takes. Look how much I enjoy you now because I've had 3 years since I've seen you last. And I'm only slightly rageful right now.
Let me just tell you something that normally I wear a ball gown to say.
Time heals everything.
All right, this is not time for this, okay? Please, I can't take it right now. My daughters, why won't they talk to me?
Well, darling, it's just overexposure to you, sweetie. Just let it go. I'll talk to them. They can be mad at me because I don't care.
I'm gay and wealthy, so no one will ever be truly angry at me for very long.
Just, well, just tell them how I miss them, and I hate talking about it. But like if they would have known 1% how much I miss them, I'm sure they would not wait so long. And Martina, oh me, I don't cry a lot, but Martina, she's much softer than me. When you look at Martina, you see there is a soft woman, soft Martina, always sobbing on the tennis court, sobbing tears down her eyes. Martina, the softest lady on the entire show. Oh, she is so soft. She is hurting so much. Derek, please help.
Oh, they'll be back, darling. They'll be back.
Oh, I could not imagine having boys who upset girls. I'm waiting.
So she says bye to him, and it was wonderful and amazing. So now let's go to day 5, back in Sevilla. Tomas, the hotel employee, brings Lisa her dress. And she's like,
Andale, is that what you say here?
and he's like, no, here we say ole. She's like,
Olay, poupon. Please give me some great poupon. You buying it?
Do you happen to have some gray poupon ole? I don't know what you're talking about now. So then
well,
Marisol,
Julie and I are planning Stephanie's birthday since a week ago, so I guess we have to go. We're going to go to it. We're already complaining about it. All right. We're going to do hors d'oeuvres and carriages to Plaza de España. You know, even though Stephanie's been like a really kind of over-the-top little power baby idiot face. I mean, I don't want to lose my deposit.
So they're gonna be celebrating Stephanie. So they're all gathering in the lobby, except for Lisa, who's taking a while. And then Marisol's talking to Stephanie. She's like, "Look, I'm so glad that it was a good day and everybody got along. The pictures were beautiful, and I wish I could have seen the house, but I also, I wanted to be with Alexia too, because we kind of haven't had any time, because." What's the point of spending all that time with your friend in one place when you could be spending all that time with her in another place, right? We just haven't had a day for her.
I mean, it's just been really upsetting. This whole trip was for Alexia leaving Todd, even though she didn't really leave Todd. She's still happy with Todd. And I just couldn't. Why would we spend it with someone picking a godfather or someone else who just got over cancer? I mean, that's ridiculous. We needed some espresso with jewels on it, and we did it.
So Stephanie's basically like, their story keeps on changing. And then we cut to Larsa telling Alexia that they were missed and everything. And Stephanie's like, so did you... and Alexia's telling Marisol that... Alexia's telling Stephanie that Marisol felt really strongly about the rules, and that's why they didn't come. So Stephanie's like, so did you say that you wanted to stay because you wanted to relax? Or is it because you thought I was going to leave you stranded? Like, I have too many rules, you aren't my friend. Which one is it? Someone's lying.
And so thankfully people just get in the van so they don't really have to answer. So now they take a fun van ride, and they take little carriages now. So they're riding around the plaza in carriages, and they look beautiful in these dresses. This whole sequence is just really good looking. And Stephanie's like, I never thought I'd be in Seville on a horse carriage in a dress. I mean, this is fabulous. I just love the smell. I do. I love it. It reminds me of the farms in Colombia before I was, a trillionaire. And Kiki's like, okay, too far now.
Too much.
We don't need to smell the Colombia farms, even in memory. Please.
So they arrive in this plaza. This is like a big historical plaza. I've never been to Sevilla, and I don't know much about the city, but I have to imagine this is like one of the big spots. And they show up, and Marisol tells everyone about what it is, and it's like a place where people would dance flamenco and everything. And it's crazy because they basically like cordoned off an area where they're going to be shooting. So you have like actually a giant crowd has like assembled on the edges of this plaza. So here come the Real Housewives of Miami in this historical landmark location, that they have like a crowd watching them all do like flamenco first have flamenco singers sing happy birthday to Stephanie. It's kind of like a wild scene in production. Like it's a very large scale moment.
Yeah. So she FaceTimes Masood. She's like, oh my God, I miss you so much. They're singing to me, Masood. They're singing to me. Ah. And Julia's like,
Well, we thought, with Marisol, it would be so special to feel welcome like this, to feel that she's part of us. We are so thoughtful people, right, Gardy?
and Gertie's like,
This is epic. This is absolutely epic. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Why did you just pour water on me?
It was out of friendship. This is what I do. It's no big deal.
They're also treating Stephanie like a Make-A-Wish child because they're like,
Stephanie does not know how to make friends.
they're like, Stephanie, she doesn't understand how to be a friend to person. We want to show her how to be a friend and that you are part of a group. And Stephanie's like, oh my God, I have friends. They're doing something nice for me. This is crazy. They're like, come here, sweet little girl. Here, you get to understand friendship for a day.
yeah. And she's like, this is so sweet and so nice. But wait, they were just like saying I was bossy a second ago. I'm going to fight with them anyway.
Yeah, that's her gift. The greatest gift you could give to me would be to fight with me right now.
So they dance now and talk about, and Adriana explains flamenco to us some more. And then Stephanie thanks Marisol and Julia for planning this thing. And so now they're up on this castle balcony and kind of walking around this gorgeous castle. And so Stephanie's
dresses.
like, oh my God, what a beautiful, touching moment. Alexia, do you want to go fight? And she's like, oh my God, okay, I'll do it.
Is Frankie
Why?
here? Not in front of Frankie.
Not in front of Frankie, please. That's a statue of St. Francis. Please, not in front of Frankie. Okay.
St. Frankie. So Stephanie's like, so I wanted to talk to you because I didn't want to talk in front of everybody because then it gets too crazy. Okay. But can you explain to me what happened yesterday? And she goes, oh, well, maybe Marisol should be here too because I feel like it's more Marisol. So like, you really shouldn't be fighting with me. And she's like, okay, yeah, but like she threw this for my birthday. So I don't want to fight with her because she arranged that singing thing. So I'm going to have to come after you instead. She goes, okay, yeah, like I understand. But like, it doesn't have to be like your rules. I feel like Marisol should be here because she wanted to spend the day with me. So like she's a big important part of the conversation. And I needed a day for myself to be with Marisol. And like that's what we decided to do. So it was her decision. It was her decision for me to have my decision to have a day with her. That's it.
But I like that Alexia immediately is like, you know what? Like, it doesn't have to be on your rules, okay? Because, like, I like my rules better. And my rules is that Marisol should be. Now she's going to fight over rules. So she goes, okay, well, the way I felt like everybody there was on the way there. And she's like, but, like, I don't want you to take it personally. It's just that we don't like you. And she's like, wait, I let you finish. And she's like, no, because if you're going to talk to me like that, like, I appreciate you not talking to me like that because this is the thing with you. Like, you're trying to set rules. And this is the problem. And so you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to kind of put my head up and shake my head and then nod it and blink a lot. So you're going to get very confused. Do you see what I'm doing? Okay, go by my rules, not your rules, because I don't know what you're talking about right now. Do you see? Do you see?
And you talk to people like that, and it's like you're very condescending, Stephanie. And like you're talking to me like that, and it's only with me, and you don't want Marisol here. Like, that's not right. And Stephanie's like, no, I'm going to talk to Marisol, just like because I'm not talking to you guys together, because we're like, you're not twins, and I'm allowed to talk to you guys at separate times. She goes, no, you're not. And like, I'm not allowed to talk to you, like, and I'm not allowed to talk to you or not whenever I want to as well. Which is, and I am allowed to as well, which is my favorite thing that Alexia does when she throws back
You
the bullet
too.
point. Like,
You are. It's like you are, though.
I'm allowed to talk to you guys separately, and I'm allowed to talk to you too. And I'm allowed to pull you to the side, and I'm allowed to pull you to the side. I'm going to the side. I can decide if I want to go to the side, not just you.
She's my favorite kind of argument on Housewives. The classic, you are, but you are. Nuh-uh, you are. So Stephanie's like, okay, but like I got on the bus and they said to me, who's they? Who's they? Who's that? Who's that? I don't know they. Who's they? Julia, Gertie, you told everybody that I dangled a plane in front of you, but you do it. You dangle a plane. You're like Godzilla holding a plane, okay? Was that the monkey? Was Godzilla the monkey or the dinosaur? Like, I don't remember each one, but like, that was scary. Okay. That was scarifying. Okay. And Marisol said the same thing. And you know what? You could ask her, but she's not here right now because you wouldn't do it because it's your rules.
You said that you were so scared that if I broke a rule, I was going to leave you there. What kind of human do you think I am? I would never do that to someone unless they broke the rules. I don't understand where you got this from. Alexia's like, well, did you or did you not do that? Because same with the seating thing, remember? We see a flashback to that when she was being a little tyrant. And Alexia's like, you know, you're like trying to separate people. Like, let's try and fix it. You're trying to separate. She goes, really? Because I wanted to bring everybody on the plane together. No, that's what I've been doing. I actually wanted to bring people on the plane. I was going to do the plane thing too, but you did the plane.
I love Stephanie. I wanted to bring everybody on the plane. Yeah, and then separate them into different rooms and close the door.
Yeah, and then that's true. She wanted to cordon people off on the plane.
Yeah.
To bring people together.
Yeah, I
You
wanted to
wanted
bring
me to
them
leave people
together like you
behind.
bring food into a bento box. Everything must be separated. So that's
You wanted me to leave people behind. You disguise yourself as a friend and then backstab me. She goes, oh, you're so rude and disrespectful. No, you are. You're a liar. So then Alexia starts walking away and Stephanie starts going after her. You are weak. Your fragile little ego is weak.
oh gosh, she's so terrible. Stephanie's so fucking terrible. But I was laughing too. So Alexia's
Yeah,
like,
it was
I'm not going to
hilarious.
talk to you anymore because this is how you belittle women, okay? Because you look at you, you're the women belittler. Am I right? You guys remember when she said I was mean to women? Look at her, she's belittling me right now, and she's little too. It's like a little person belittling. It's so much littling right now. You're basically a mouse on a roller skate. That's how little you are right now, Stuart. Okay, stop it.
You were like that song. Do. Don't worry, be little. Okay, that's what you're doing right now. So Alexia's like, I'm not going to talk anymore. Okay. So Adrian's like, oh God. So they're already fighting again. Are we? This is rational behavior right now.
This is so. You see? And Julie is like, no way, no, not good. That's what that means. And Marisol is asking what happened. And Alexi's like, yeah, well, I'm tired of you reprimanding me over and over. This, that, belittler, women belittler. Okay, why don't you take out a little list, okay? Take out a little list. And Stephanie's like, well, she wanted me to leave you behind, Lisa. And we were in the car ride, and you said, and they're like, what? Well, that's not true. They never told you to leave her behind. And so Lexi goes, oh, okay, so now you're going to lie. I'm saying, no, I'm not lying.
It was Larsa who wanted to leave Lisa behind. And then in fact, I think we see a flashback somewhere in here that it was Larsa who's like, I don't want to come. So then everyone's joined together in this group and in the middle of this like beautiful colonnade. And Lisa's like, wait, who asked to remove me from the plane for the day? And Alexia's like, Larsa and Stephanie. And Stephanie's, that's not true. And so, but it's 100% true.
It is
because was
true.
Stephanie who introduced the idea at that tile class of like, hey, should we not have her on the plane? How do you feel, Larsa?
I can't have drama on my plane, guys. It's a plane, and planes can't handle drama. It was totally her. So Lisa's like,
I'm so confused. But, I mean, did you know Grey Poupon is like yellow? Like, what the fuck?
Why would they call it that? So we see the flashback here that shows that Stephanie was the one who asked Larsa. And so Lisa's like, Larsa, you don't control the group and you're working overtime to try and get everyone against me.
Oh, take notes on your friends.
Take notes on your friends. Noted, Petty Pippin. Petty Pippin, everyone. Petty Pippin.
by the way, she didn't want to be at your plane because she didn't want you to dangle the carrot. Okay, carrot dangler. And Stephanie's like, well, that's the truth. And Alexi says, so tell her the truth. So say it to her. And she's pointing at Marisol. And so Gertie's like,
Oh my God, call her the Chihuahua, but we have the Rottweiler, okay? We have the Rottweiler right now. This is so good.
So then Stephanie is like, it wasn't that she wanted to hang out with you. That's the truth. And then Alexi's like, no, she wanted to stay. She wanted to stay. And Marisol's like, stop demanding an answer from people. We don't answer to you. And I think one thing that we are not emphasizing is how this was all happening all at once. Like,
yeah,
everyone
they're
was
all
saying it
talking
all at
over
once. I'm
each
just going
other.
so fast. Like, when I was watching it, I was like, oh my God, our poor note taker. Because I couldn't even keep up watching it. And
This was over in like
Chelsea,
30
thank you for
seconds.
parsing this out.
Yes, but the
Yeah.
way they're all talking over each other is so funny actually reading all their little lines. Because when I was watching it, I was just laughing the whole time because you just hear little random snippets. But this is so good.
You're lucky I'm shutting my mouth. Open it then. Open your mouth then. La, 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 la. You're all lumpy and bumpy. Bumpy, lumpy.
This is so ratchet. Now, this is what I call ratchet. And then Adriana's like, oh my God, see, look, our thing seems like nothing now, Kiki, right?
So Marisol tells Stephanie, in Spanish, she's like, shut your mouth. I've had it up to here. Oh, wait, we don't have to give you an explanation. We don't have to give you an explanation. Like, we didn't want to go on your plane and that's it. She's like, oh, so your twin's just going to like do whatever you want to, huh? That's what's going to happen. And like, she's like, no, she's not. She's independent and she thinks in a certain way. Isn't that right, Marisol? I'm independent and I think in a certain way. That's it. Yes.
Okay, then if you're going to talk to us, then you should talk to her too, and not just me. She goes, well, how can I talk to you? Because you're not standing together. You're twins. You're standing across from each other. I don't have eyes that can go like this. They can go like this.
Alexia and Marisol are flip-flopping and screaming, and they're saying one thing, and then they try acting another way, and this is exactly what I go through with my sisters, and it's really, really triggering to me. Oh, come on. You cannot bring
I'm
your
sure.
sister shit into this. That is hilarious that she tried to pull this card.
Well, I'm glad she did because it shows exactly what's going on with her sisters. She's an asshole. And then when anybody reacts, she's like, oh my God, they're so sensitive. They're just so sensitive. No, you're an asshole. Like, if you have the balls to be an asshole to everybody, then have the balls to not care when they get mad about it. You know? Can't have it both
She
ways,
is so
ma'am.
threatened by she is so threatened by the fact that I'm now friends with you guys, and she couldn't split up the group. Can I say something? Please do. What I don't understand is that even though Adriana and I, we had our differences the night before, but we still put it aside to get on the same flight. So then Adriana sees this as a way to get in, and she's like, oh, by the way, Kiki, I owe you an apology. I'm sorry for using a word that has double meaning. Like, so you're saying you did say ratchet then?
I
Right.
think her argument is she was saying wretched and she doesn't even know what ratchet is because she's showing the word to everybody in the dictionary. Like, I didn't know this was bad. It doesn't say in the dictionary it's bad. And they're saying, yeah, ratchet is bad. And she's like, I know, but I didn't know because it's ratchet. It's in the dictionary. And they're like, but it's bad. So she's not even taking it as a separate word. Her defense is she was saying wretched and they're telling her that wretched is also has racial, undertones, like racist undertones, and she didn't know that wretched had racist undertones. I still don't even.
She thinks they're type of
I think
ratchet.
from what she's claiming, she doesn't even know that ratchet is a word. She's still fighting about the word wretched, right?
Or maybe she's saying, I meant to say wretched, but the way it came out of my mouth was ratchet, and I didn't mean to use the word ratchet.
Well, when she says a word has double meanings, wouldn't that mean that she's using one word in one way, but they're taking it as a different way? That's how I'm taking it, but I don't know. I think she said ratchet.
That this is so Adriana. She goes, we all have times when we stick our foot in our mouths and say things we don't necessarily mean or get misconstrued or misunderstood. So I'm forgiving myself and I'm forgiving Kiki. Adriana, I thank you for forgiving yourself for calling her ratchet. That was the first step.
It's just so this show. And Kiki's like, okay, I accept your apology. However, I said a word to you and, it was very hurtful. It was awful. And so Kiki's like, yeah, but, I think you're the most beautiful woman and I always give you compliments. So please start taking your power and be like, you know what? I am older. I am smart and I'm beautiful because that's how I view you, you old skink. They're like, hugs. Hugs.
Yeah. Somehow this craziness winds up with like resolution for the two of them. So now they all they head back to the Radisson, and Marisol is like crying, and she's like, "Oh, I still got to get my breath back. I mean, everything was that was horrible. Wow." And Kiki's like, "Why are you crying?" She's like, "I don't know. Today was beautiful, and I'm just a little emotional right now. That's crazy. I mean, I miss my Steve and my khaki." So
yeah,
then,
she seems
meanwhile,
upset
Lisa
by the
and-
fighting. She's such a weirdo.
I know. Lisa, Alexia, and Julia are on their presidential suite patio on the roof, and they're talking. And this is my favorite part. They come around the corner, and Lisa's like, "Whoa!" And she's like, "Oh God, that looked like Jesus." And we see there's a patio umbrella on another rooftop, and like from the angle, it looks sort of like Jesus. And then they put this halo effect on it. That's on the umbrella. I died. That was the funniest thing.
So then we go to Larsa and Stephanie, and Larsa's like, are you like getting comfortable? I feel like, or what? And Stephanie says, yeah, I need comfort because I just started thinking about what happened and I'm not okay with it. I just feel like I might not be so much Alexia, but maybe Marisol too. So then we go to Marisol, Kiki, and Adriana, and Adriana's like,
also don't overlook that she once again draws a connection to her twins, because Stephanie once again tells a story about how like she's actually saying like it's really Marisol who's the problem. It's not Alexia, so that way she can still be friends with Alexia. And she's like saying how Marisol likes to play two sides of everything, and and that's just what her sisters would do. They would tell me one thing to my face and another to my back. I was like, you can really. This is a stretch, drawing your family trauma, grafting it onto Marisol. And I say this as someone who enjoys it when anyone grafts anything onto Marisol, but this is a stretch.
Well, Marisol does do that too, though. She does flip flop and she won't just be honest. Like she should have just said what she's told the audience, which is listen, you're sitting down, you're making rules about behaving and who's going to be kicked off the plane. And it just starts feeling gross to me. And I don't want to be a part of that. So if you're going to do that, then you do that. But I don't want, but instead she's like, well, we were tired and it's for Alexia. We haven't spent any time together. But then she's telling the other ladies this other thing. Instead of, she probably just doesn't want to fight with this girl, you know? But
Yeah. She's always been sort of cowardly when it comes to fighting.
yeah.
So now we have Marisol and Kiki and Adriana. And Adriana saying how she's heartbroken. And Marisol's like, well, that's why you three are here. Part of my petite committee, because now we have the cruise coming up with Dick, you know, Dick's cruise. And like, this is great, but I don't see a future where anybody's getting along with anyone anytime soon. Wow. How do we set this up?
So now back on the rooftop, Alexia is like, oh my God, Stephanie's trying to create friction and conflict between our friends. Like, I'm not going to allow her to do that, you know? And that Larsa saw Stephanie's ass. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah, and I've never seen her act like that.
Yeah, you know what? I put yourself in my shoes and I was like, oh my God, these shoes are so high. And like, how can plastic hold me up so high? But also like, you have to be hurting, right, Lisa? Oh my God, poor Lisa. You're hurting so bad, Lisa.
And then Alexia's like, you know, I just, you know, like, and you unfollowed Marcus, right? You unfollowed. Good, because I'm happy you did that, because at least you're saying, wait, what's that smell? What's that smell? It smells like death. And then it turns out that there's a funeral procession, like a big funeral procession happening downstairs. And, you know, Adriana's like, oh, Dios míos. Oh, God, not during a funeral, not during death. And I'm like, this show, the way they're able to have these crazy things happen during their big fights. Like last year, it was when Mexico City, like on those boats, and then like another boat came by with like the mariachi band. It's just like, I was dying. I was like, of course, there's like a giant funeral procession happening down the streets below. And of course, they're like going to use that as like the thing that brings them all together. Like, oh my
Stupid
God.
Lisa's like,
Oh my God, is that what death smells like? I smell it. Ew, gross. Lenny.
So they look down over the roof and they're watching this huge funeral procession walk by. And they're like, oh my God, I cannot believe we were having this conversation about you unfollowing Marcus. And then the funeral passed. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. It's like an angel is telling us that you were right to unfollow Marcus. Like, this is such a beautiful moment.
And can you believe that Jesus is here watching the whole thing? No, that's still an umbrella, Lisa. Are you sure? They all hug. They all hug. It's so wacky. It's so good.
Funny every single time. It's a good one.
So good.
All right, everybody. Well, join us next week because it looks like it's time to go on the Virgin Cruises with the Real Housewives of Jam Jams. We sure love you guys. We will see you later this afternoon for some Amazon Live, and go on Patreon if you want videos. Hi, everybody on video. If you want videos or bonus episodes, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.